Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate that.
It's a beautiful day in downtown San Mateo.
It is.
Very happy to be here.
It is.
Oh gosh, goes way back, but my husband and I moved to San Mateo in 2012. We had raised our daughters in Emerald Hills, the hills of Redwood City, but we had always loved San Mateo. We'd come here to go out to eat. Our doctors were here, our stores were here. So when they went off to college, we said, we want to come move to San Mateo. So we bought a place just outside of downtown so we could walk everywhere because it's such a great downtown. And I've been very involved in everything from the library board to affordable housing commissions. And people started saying to me, if you really are that involved and want to do things for San Mateo, stop just making suggestions and start doing it yourself. So I thought, okay, that's when I ran. And the first time I did not win, but in 2022 I did win. And the whole reason I wanted to get on city council was because I want to prove to people that government can be a positive force in their life, whether it's filling a pothole or keeping their neighborhood safe or building community. And hopefully that's what we're doing. I ran in 2020. The terms are for 4 years. Really enjoyed my year as mayor. It's coming to a close in December, but I think Rob Newsom, our deputy mayor, who will become mayor, will do a great job too. I think it's the community. It's the fact that we are made up of so many different types of people from different walks of life, different ages, different everything, but that we somehow all come together so that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And you see that whether you're in a neighborhood and people just stop and say, hi, how are you? Or you move into a place and people are coming to help, or you're downtown here. Our businesses, our merchants, our stores were hurting so much during and after the pandemic. People just came together to try and help. So that's what I really love. Well, I think part of it is that we are the largest city in the county and on the peninsula. And large is not just size. Large means that you have so many different types of people doing so many different kinds of things. We've got all sorts of businesses, little mom and pop shops, huge financial services firms, great hospitals. So we have a little bit of everything. We have culture, we have the arts, we have entertainment, we have, as I said, the best restaurants anywhere. And it's also just such a beautiful space because of all of our open spaces. We have got, I don't know, we have more parks than any other city, but we certainly have the most diverse amount of parks. You've got Central Park, which is our jewel. It is just so part of our history. You've got places like Laurelwood, which is just much more of an open hiking space. You've got the Bay. So we've got a little bit of everything just in one place. Well, I didn't even mention the weather. Yeah, that's wonderful. We do have an ongoing debate with Redwood City because they say weather best by government test. And I will say we have a wind in San Mateo at 5 o'clock that they don't. But other than that, I think we're much more temperate. I think it's really the revival of our downtown as well as the revival of our city. I mean, it's really bigger because, I came in a year ago. We were coming out of COVID. We were coming out of the pandemic. But we had all sorts of things going not well, that were just troubling, whether people were trying to get back to work, businesses were trying to get together. And we had, the flooding in 22, 23 that was so terrible. But once again, our city came together. We passed a stormwater fee, which is going to give us $4 million a year of dedicated money to make sure our stormwater infrastructure is ready. We just passed a Measure T, which was all about concentrating our future growth along El Camino so that we can make it easier for developers to build more affordable housing, which is the number one issue for all of our residents and our visitors and our businesses. And then everyone needed to really wrap around downtown. And I think we have done an amazing job coming together, the city, our Downtown San Mateo Association, our Chamber of Commerce, our B Street Boosters, our neighborhood associations, our businesses. You go downtown, it is vibrant. All nights, all weekends. We need to get it more vibrant during the day, and that's what we're working on now. But there is so much happening here. And I see people come down from San Francisco, from the East Bay, from San Jose. They all say, I want to be in San Mateo. That's wonderful because it's great for the community. It's great for our businesses. Because if we didn't have our small businesses, we would have nothing. So my hat's off to them for really, sticking with it. And we're trying to help them any way we can. You ask anybody, what is San Mateo known for? We are known for restaurants. People might say, I want this, or I want that, or I want this kind of store. But boy, if you want to eat, there is no place better. Oh, I'm still on the council.
Yeah, okay.
You can't get rid of me quite yet. But I go back, I'm representing District 1, which is basically the northwest corner of the city. So I will continue to be the District 1 council member. But I think really what we've got to do is continue to focus on sustainability, because climate change is going to only continue to be more of an issue. We will have sea level rise. San Mateo County is the most vulnerable county in the Bay Area to sea level rise, because so much of us is on the bay, and that's a huge part of San Mateo.
Yeah.
So we're working very closely with One Shoreline, which is the regional organization that all the cities are part of, to see what we can do to make our shoreline more resilient. We're just opening up our clean water facility, which is a huge investment. The city made the biggest investment in any infrastructure we've ever made, but that's going to help us handle a lot more water, whether it's from storms or floods or whatever, so that we really keep our city safe. We have to continue to help our businesses as they continue to recover, because the economy is very choppy right now, and we can't control what's going on at the federal level, but we can do things to help our businesses. And then also to help our residents. Really everyone are we coming back from work? What are we doing? Where are we going? So we have a lot of challenges like everyone else does, but we are blessed with, I think, the best fire department, the best police department anywhere.
Yeah.
So public safety, while everyone is always concerned, we are very well protected and taken care of by our police force, and our fire department is very proactive in helping us with wildfire mitigation, because we may be raining now, but we could easily go into another drought.
Right.
And the last thing we want to do is not be ready. We're blessed with service professionals. Our city staff is great. We're all working together once again as a community. So I'm feeling pretty good. We can deal with whatever comes next. In addition to our beautiful Central Park playground, we are also looking at how do we revive our two major pools in San Mateo. So in Joinville Park, which is in Shoreview, has a magnificent pool. We also have a wonderful pool at the MLK Center in North Central. They both need tremendous upkeep, and we actually have not kept them up as well as we should. So the council just a couple of weeks ago committed to the city staff that they should go ahead and do what it takes to start to restructure, rebuild those pools, because they're such tremendous community resources. We're also, as you've probably seen and people have seen all over the city, making major investments in our infrastructure, in our sewer pipes, in our roads, in our stormwater. So this city council and this city staff, we are focused on the basics. We are all about what do we need to do to make sure San Mateo is solid for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm also really excited about the fact that our DSMA and our chamber are investing time and money and effort in bringing lots of new events to San Mateo all over. We've got certainly everything going on B Street and the Winter Wonderland in Central Park that the city's putting on. We also are working on having a special effort on 25th Avenue during the holiday season, so that the businesses down there can spotlight what they're offering and have fun down there. We have lots of musical events coming. We have lots of different things. We have a Head West market that's coming to B Street in December. So it's almost like a Christmas market where people can come down and get involved. And then, of course, we always have all of our musical entertainment during the winter, during the summer. And don't forget the holiday train that's coming, because Santa comes to the city. Forget just the kids, we all love it when it comes by. So whether it's major infrastructure projects, or make San Mateo the place you want to be, I think it's really important. And then obviously, there's going to be a lot more development because of the ballot measure of new apartment buildings, so more people could come. And Reimagine Hillsdale is going to be really, literally reimagining what it wants to be in the next 20 years. So that's something everyone should get involved in because it's very important. Well, of course, I cannot say my one favorite one, but I can say what I like to do for different things. So if I want to grab a cup of coffee or meet with people, I typically go to Fiero Cafe on El Camino, which also has just launched its own pizza oven. So it's great pizza. And then I go to 3B's Coffee, which is on 3rd, which is sort of a meeting spot for everyone around town. If you want amazing Italian food, if you want home style, there's no place better than Vespucci on 3rd Avenue. If you want something a little more upscale and happening, Pausa is incredible. If you want to go drink with people, just after work or on the weekend or before you go to dinner, my 3 favorite places are B Street and Vine, which has a great patio out back. Also, Fog Bird Cocktail, which is a great place to go and try out the best cocktails. And then also a new one, A2 Wine Bar and Gallery, which is also on B Street between 1st and 2nd. We needed a great wine bar, and this gives you a great place just to listen to live music and enjoy. We've got amazing Mexican restaurants on North B, down on 3rd Avenue, all throughout the city. We've got all sorts of wonderful things along the B Street Mall. Vietnamese, we're so blessed. We've got Now Viet Kitchen. We've got lots of mom and pop stores around the place. You want to come for noodles, whether it's ramen or Chinese noodles, there is no place better than San Mateo. So I just gained 5 pounds talking to you about that. And, there are new places coming in, which is on B Street down on 8th or 9th, which is a wonderful coffee place.
It's Turkish coffee, right?
Yeah. But it's Turkish coffee, it's tea, it's got lovely sort of snacks, and it's a lovely place to meet. It's a great community place. So I hope there are a lot more places to promote and talk about in the coming year. I personally want a great French bistro to come to San Mateo.
We don't have one.
We've got, obviously lots of great places, but we need a real traditional French bistro. I am. So come one, come all. I think you build community by getting to know your neighbors. And it's been tough during the pandemic. We were all in our own homes. We didn't come together. So the more we can do now to come together, people to people. So I love our neighborhood associations. They're all over the city. They're a chance for neighbors who are busy taking their kids to school, going to work, whatever they're doing, to come together and meet someone who maybe lives 3 doors down from you. So I would encourage all our great neighborhoods to get involved in their neighborhood associations. If you don't have one, start one. Neighborhood Watch is another great way to do it, because we all have to be responsible for the safety of each other. Our police sponsor Neighborhood Watch, but they can't be everywhere all the time. So we can be the eyes and ears of our community, and Neighborhood Watch is a great place for the neighbors of a block to get together. Have a block party. Invite the police and the fire in to help teach us about what's safety best practices. So it's really on our own. Then I love the fact that our businesses, as they come back to work, are trying to do things to build community. Verkada, which is a great business just downtown, they have a program where they invite their employees, at least 3 of them, to get together after 3 o'clock in the afternoon and come downtown. They will give them $30. So that's a 333 benefit. And they think it's wonderful because it encourages people to come back to work. It encourages employees to get together, and they help our local businesses. So that's a wonderful way of building community, both amongst the business as well as around downtown. And I think all the great events that downtown is happening, that 25th Avenue is doing, happening over in Bay Meadows, everywhere, just events that get people together to learn what we're all about. And then obviously movies in the park, music in the park when it gets to be summer again. You meet people from all over the place. Well, as everybody knows, I'm the walking mayor. I walk all over the place. I tell people I add 15 minutes to my trips because I'm hoping, and I'm usually gratified, people stop me along the way. So once again, it's a way to get to know people. Your last question about building community, walking is a great way to build community. But we've got to make sure that pedestrians and cyclists are safe. And so the city is investing quite a lot of money in doing exactly that. We put more money in what we call our quick build projects. So things that may not be concrete and steel, but they're putting up temporary signs or different placeholders that say, let's be safe. We're trying to do things a lot more around our schools. We recently lowered the speed limit around our schools when schools are in session because, God forbid, we don't want kids or their families walking to school or cycling to school to have a problem. We also are working very closely with groups like Move San Mateo because they've got great ideas for how can we improve the safety at specific intersections, to really look at it from a cyclist perspective, look at it from a pedestrian's perspective. In my neighborhood, over the past 2 years, we started a project at the intersection of Alameda and Parrot where we closed off what they call dog legs, where you could go from Alameda without stopping, zoom around onto Parrot. And that was actually very dangerous for cyclists and pedestrians. So the city closed those off, and we're now really making it a lot safer for our cyclists and our pedestrians. And the city has actually done studies that prove that the safety has improved.
Good.
So we're trying to do things like that throughout the city. And we're totally open to ideas from the community because if you live in Joinville, you're Parkside, you're going to know what you need. If you live in North Central, you're going to know what you need. If you live in Beresford Hillsdale, you're going to know where the unsafe streets are. And that's where people should give us ideas. Well, I think just come downtown. I think that is if you only have a couple hours, this is the place to be. Just particularly in the evenings, on the weekends, there's always so much happening. Once again, it depends on what your purpose is. If you're on a layover with a very long international flight in front of you, I'd say go to the Bay Trail and then just walk because you can walk and walk and walk and just get more oxygen, feel better, so you can deal with that long plane ride. If you've got family and friends, then go explore the neighborhoods, because they're going to be able to tell you what's going on that I probably don't know about.
Right.
But I think there's so many great things around San Mateo. As you know, my motto for San Mateo is San Mateo, it's where you want to be. And that's no matter who you are, whether you're a business, a visitor, a resident, we want this to be the place where you want to be. Oh, they come down on buses. I mean, one of the things the DSMA did earlier this year, which was so wonderful, was to celebrate all the boba shops we have. I think we have 18 boba shops, more than any other city on the peninsula. So we celebrate this great resource we have. And we had Boba Day, and a food influencer on TikTok mentioned it. We had buses coming from from San Francisco buses from San Jose, buses from the East Bay, and everybody wanted to come enjoy our boba. We celebrate our resources. Vibrant is the one word I want to make San Mateo even more. I want our businesses to grow. I want more presence from our larger businesses and really more contribution to the community. I want our neighborhoods to feel as if they are being well taken care of, that they really feel safe, that they feel as if they are really part of our community. I want all of our residents, our businesses, our visitors to feel as if they have a stake in San Mateo. And that's something that we as a city have to really make possible, but it's also what they have to do. We want people to come explore. We want people to come understand, try things out. We want people to give us suggestions. We want to try lots of new things. Just like the rest of Silicon Valley, not all of them will work, but we will learn from them. We want to be the innovation hub for the peninsula. We have so many small businesses that are starting out that have dreams being big. Start out in San Mateo and grow with us. But we also want to celebrate the fact that we have tremendous historic resources here. It's a beautiful city. We want to celebrate those resources and help people know. We want to celebrate, as we've talked about, our diversity and have people feel welcome, have people feel safe, have people feel as if they can contribute. So if in 5 to 10 years, people are feeling as if I feel healthy, I feel safe, I feel happy, and I'm learning and exploring, whether it's with people, places, then I think we will have been successful. And I think those are things, that's what I tell my family. If we're healthy, happy, safe, and we're all still talking to each other, then we're successful. So I think that's a great motto for all of San Mateo too. Our Downtown San Mateo Association, downtownsanmateo.org, has a great event calendar. You can also find that calendar on the cityofsanmateo.org. And that is just, you can find out what's happening all over the city. Follow them on Facebook, on Instagram, and just come and look and find out and contribute your own resources. Thank you very much.